give a special thanks to Hasbro for sending these products to us for free. What's up, doll collectors and gift givers? Here is another My Froggy Stuff Buyer's Guide that is also a
Versus Hasbro versus Disney. Dun dun dun!
Over the weekend, Bella and I watched Raya and the Last Dragon, and I loved it. Action-packed, dragons, and a great message. We watched it on Disney Plus with Premier Access. It did cost $29.99 on top of my Disney Plus subscription. If you do not wish to pay the additional fee, it will be available to all Disney Plus subscribers June 4th. Inspired by Southeast Asia, this adventure takes place in the fantasy world of Kumandra. There, we meet Raya, who turns into bigger Raya, who meets Sisu, and more friends. These are all products made by Hasbro, available spring 2021. The fashion dolls are priced at $14.99 each. The Kumandra story set is $24.99. Dragon Sisu is $24.99. Young Raya and the Kumandra flower are $19.99. And the surprise blind box is $4.99. From the Disney store, here we have Raya, priced at $19.99 for the US and $27.99 for Canada, and Sisu, also priced at $19.99 in the US and $27.99 in Canada. Now that we see all of the players for this versus, let's take a closer look. Young Raya and the Kumandra flower has lights and sounds. On the back of the box, there is a picture of Raya, and it says, "Her father's daughter, young Raya believes in dragons." Out of the box, she comes with instructions. When we raise her hand with the flower, it lights up and plays music. There is a speaker located in the back. The doll has brown hair styled in a ponytail with two pieces hanging down on the sides. She wears a blue one-piece outfit with printed details and a piece that hangs down in the back. The bottom of the pants are top-stitched to make them look like they flare out. She wears blue shoes, stands about 8 inches tall to the top of her head. She has the basic 5 points of articulation with movement at the head. She can turn from side to side, look up a little bit, look down a little, and we can tilt the head. Then she can move at the shoulder, forward and back, and move at the hip. The flower is attached to her hand, and she comes with the batteries already installed. Here is the Kumandra story set, and please forgive me if I am pronouncing everything incorrectly. It comes with an exclusive dragon, and it looks like 11 pieces. On the back, we see Raya, and it says, "Raya, Sisu, and the crew must journey together across Kumandra to save their world from an evil darkness." Out of the box, these figures stand under 3 inches tall. The dragon Sisu appears to be stationary, has iridescent hair, and is curled over when standing. Raya can be balanced to stand. Her hands are positioned to hold things. She can move at the head, the shoulder, and the waist. And the accessories on her arms are removable. Here is Sisu with lavender hair. She can move at the head and the shoulder. What about the chest? Nope. But she does come with a removable jacket that does restrict her range of motion while wearing it. Here's Boone. He can hold items in one hand. Looks like he's holding a flute. He can move at the head and at the shoulders. I really like how these are articulated. In this set, we also get a blue bag with a crystal, and we have the ongis. It says that they are stackable. So I got those two, and here's the last one. These are definitely fun characters in the movie, and I wish they had included the other member in their group. the adorable little Noe because, we need the team. But if you're into a smaller scale, then these might be just the figures for you. I wonder if the surprise blind boxes give us more figures that are compatible with these. On the top, we have some instructions. So I cut the tape at the bottom and remove what's inside. Ooh, that was kind of cool, and I totally missed the grand reveal here. Let's do it again. All right, so we have a flower, and then we let it go. It opens! Our mystery figure is inside of this little bag here. So let's open it. Aw, we got another Raya. She comes with a hat and her cloak. Both are removable. She has articulation at the head and at the shoulder with removable arm accessories. And she does have a different pose than the one we already have. There is a hole on the bottom of her foot, so she can be placed on a stand, so she can be displayed. So yes, the surprise boxes are a perfect add-on to the Kamundra story set. And on the inside of the packaging, we can see all of the figures that are available. Oh yeah, I totally need Namari. If you're looking for something a little larger, Hasbro offers the Dragon Sisu. The last Dragon Sisu is majestic, wise, and powerful. The box is pretty large, measuring about 18 inches and 13.5 inches tall. Out of the box, some assembly is required. If you are using scissors to unbox this dragon, be very careful not to cut the ribbon. Now this should just snap together. One second. All right, we're good to go. But now I have a little bit of the ribbon hanging out. So I guess if you want to cut the ribbon, that's up to you. I don't know if it really serves a purpose beyond keeping them connected in the box. I could be wrong though. The tail does have a little bit of articulation. It can move from side to side. There is some movement at the head. We can turn the head from side to side, like we have a lot of rotation there. Can we turn it to the side though? Like looking this way. I can't seem to get it to budge, but we do have a downward type of motion at the neck. In the movie, this dragon is super bendy, and I would have liked to have seen a little more articulation here. But I do really appreciate the scale. The dragon is large, fairly similar to how we see it in the movie. Well, I guess we really need to put Raya next to it so we can judge the size. Here are Hasbro's Raya and Sisu fashion dolls. Lone warrior Raya fights to protect her world from darkness. Wise yet quirky Sisu always sees the positive in life. Out of the box, they stand a little under 11 inches tall. They can be balanced to stand on their own. These dolls have the basic 5 points of articulation with movement at the head, at the shoulder, and at the hip. Raya has dark brown rooted hair with 2 braids on top. She wears a red cloak that closes with Velcro, and there is a decorative print on the back. It can be removed to reveal a sculpted top underneath. Her yellow top and brown vest and the belt are molded onto the frame and cannot be removed. Her pants are made of fabric with an elastic waistband, and you can see that there is a ridge on the body for the pants to fit in. She wears brownish gray shoes that stop a little under the knee, and she carries a green sword. Sisu has a large grin and her eyes look to the side. Her hair is made out of a faux fur, and it does have tinsel. You can feel where the fur has been sewn in the back. There is some shedding. Her complete outfit is removable, and the top and bottom are made of fabric. The bottom of the top is not hemmed. It feels like the fabric has been singed, so I don't think there's a big concern about unraveling. There is faux fur at the neckline. A print decorates the top. The bottom edges are meant to be jagged. There is a plastic purple sash or belt around her waist. that can be removed. The back of the top is a solid color. Well, actually, it's kind of an ombre. It's a dark blue and it fades to a lighter blue. It velcros in the back. She wears high-waisted pants with an elastic waistband and blue shoes. These dolls are available at most major retailers, which means they should be fairly easy to find. Now for these two, I bought them at shopdisney.com. It took about a week for them to arrive. I can already see some additional articulation. Oh, look at that. The sticker says with additional articulation. On the back of the box, it's pretty bare. It just says Raya and the Last Dragon in the top corner, and the rest is just a misty scene. We have to untwist wire to free them from the box. Can she stand on her own? Yes, she can. I don't have any wire for Sisu, so we just have to cut through all this tape to free her. I'm not quite sure if she is going to be able to stand on her own. Yeah, we are going to need a doll stand. Out of the box, these dolls stand a little over 11 inches tall. Sisu has rooted hair. It's like a very pale blue and a grayish lavender. She does have some shorter pieces in the front. There's a little bit of product there. She has big, bright eyes. Her face is full of expression. You can even see a little detail on her teeth. They are molded in. She wears a blue jacket with fur around the collar. It looks like it hangs off her shoulder a little, and we can see the strap of an undershirt. However, this is all sewn together and is one piece. There is a flap in the front, and I do see some gold button details on the side. There is a printed design on the arms. We do have some shedding. It closes in the back with Velcro. The fabric is gathered slightly at the waist, and then they cover up that seam with a sash that is sewn to the top. She wears greenish colored pants that gather on the sides and Velcro in the back. She comes with the crystal. It's made of plastic, but if you watch the movie, you'll know what it is. And her shoes are yellow with blue painted details. So I like how you get an accessory with her, and she has painted details on her shoes. Raya comes with her hat. It has an elastic chin strap, so she can wear it, and it stays in place. Lots of details here. She has dark brown hair with 2 twists going back on the top. There is a cute little smirk on her face. Her vest and her yellow top are fabric. They are 2 separate pieces. You can see a little pattern detail on the vest. The yellow top is really nice. It crosses in the front and closes behind the neck and behind the back with Velcro. She wears a brown plastic belt with a painted gold detail. Her pants are pretty nice. We have some embossed gold detail going down the front. They gather a little bit at the waist. There is a high waistband and they Velcro in the back. And there's a cuff at the bottom of the pants. She has brown boots with red painted details, has arm and hand accessories that are removable. However, on the other arm, the details are painted on. And she comes with a large detailed sword. It has a greenish brown finish at the top and painted details at the bottom. Now let's talk articulation. There is movement at the head, the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, the chest, the hip, the knee. What? Whoa! Do you see that range of motion? Oh my, that feels like a double jointed knee. Wait, do we have an upper thigh twist? Doesn't feel like it, but there are 2 joints at the knee. So let's look at Sisu because we can see her knees. And yeah, where have I been? When did Disney dolls get these? And they also have an ankle joint. Even though Raya wears tall boots, she has an ankle joint as well. All we needed was an upper arm joint and an upper thigh joint, and we would have been in business. Sorry, you know I get excited when it comes to articulation. And I think it is very important that this doll has articulation because she does a lot of action moves while she's saving the world. All right, so here's the verses. Hasbro versus Disney. Hasbro dolls are less expensive and will be available at most major retailers. Disney's dolls cost $5 more, and you can find them at the Disney Store and online. Hasbro's dolls can easily stand on their own. The Disney dolls are about the same height as the other dolls in my collection. While their outfits are similar, we have some sculpted details over here and all removable clothing over here. 5 points of articulation means that there are less things that can break. Double knee joint. That's all I gotta say. Cottony fur hair, rooted hair. They both have swords. She's got a cloak. She has a hat. And this Sisu comes with a crystal. And they've got a dragon. Well, the Disney Store has one too. I just didn't buy it. But look at that. I do like the height. Plus, I think we can use the Dragon Sisu box for a backdrop. Cut off the sides, cut foam board or cardboard. I'm going to use this as a base, and I'm going to glue it to the back. Cut pieces from other packaging, glue them onto more cardboard or foam board. This is the side of one of the Disney boxes, and I'm just going to glue it onto the sides at a little bit of an angle. Now that we have a trifold, we need to cover up some of those cuts in the paper. And let's cover the base with a green grass scrapbook paper. Then roll recycled paper around wooden dowels, push it up on the wooden dowel, then add more paper to the bottom to extend the length to make a longer paper tube. Tear a paper bag into strips, glue them around the paper tube to make our palm tree. Fill the inside with hot glue for strength. Rough up those edges a little. You know how we do. Cut green cardstock to make leaves. And I know y'all are probably tired of my palm trees by now, but there's just so many different places we can use them. Glue the paper tubes in front of the holes. Glue on the paper leaves. And we can always use more cutouts from the box to cover up whatever we missed, to make Kumandra for our dolls. But when it comes to the verses of Hasbro versus Disney, you all are the judge. So let us know in the comments down below if these dolls are a buy or a pass. Thank you for joining us while we took a look at Raya and the Last Dragon dolls by Hasbro and the Disney Store. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff and the Frog Vlog. And we will see you next time. Bye!
This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. This is me, I'm still on it, 'cause you all wanna be loved. Yeah, you all wanna be loved by a champion, a champion. Yeah, all I wanna do is just say, you don't understand how I play. I am in my way to win you over and over, yeah. Oh, you can hear my voice in your head, and you wanna hear it again. So you play it over and over and over, yeah.